Hi, Warriors. Dollar could not hold on to tariff-related news with the court challenging the tariffs from the Trump administration. Not sure if it's a reciprocal. Think that it has to be with in specific sectors was the legal argument. Anyway, the most important thing is how the dollar failed. Okay, so when I left you yesterday, I said you could either go with um, a close only, which really never happened, or you could have a stop at 99.80 over this. So if you got picked off, you still had big gains from here. And what I really stressed is if you get picked off, to recommit. And you had time to recommit this morning because I'm here on the West Coast in California, and I got shorts off in the room at 99.59. Okay, so already almost 60 pips on this. So the dollar did resolve itself where it had a chance to bury dollar bears on that news, and instead, all it did was probably most likely a stop hunt and a failure from here. So I am looking for these lows to be taken out and eventually, and maybe it's just going to happen in a hurry now. Um, no one wants to hold dollars as they're selling every rally. So here's the daily. Still believe we're going to take out this 97.60 levels and trade 100 underneath it toward 96.60. And this was just another bear market bounce that failed. And that's why I talked about that recommitting sometimes is hard. And anyway, I also survived the euro, and the euro's putting in a huge day here to the upside. On our way to new highs, I'm still looking for 117-ish, 116, 117. So that's happening. And the euro pound call was good too. I have a couple different positions on there because cable's 30 pips weaker than the euro today, and euro pound is having a decent day back over 84. Here's your daily, nice key reversal. Never got close to our stops, and now if we could take out 84.20, it's going to look pretty good. You have some partials here. Also bought the Aussie last night. Aussie's trying to break out. I still think there's a shot for 6.6. It's having a little trouble here at 460, but now you could go to break even stops. I'm long from 420. So basically short the dollar across the board. Canada is giving up a decent piece. It's trying to hold now, but the dollar is really the one giving the signal. I really doubt we're going to have any kind of reversal here. Um, with the yen peaking here, I think it was close to 50%, maybe a little bit above it. It's not as weak as the dollar, but this was a pretty clean rejection from this decline. Just another normal type of bear market rally bounce that I think is going to take us under 140 in the weeks ahead. We'll see if that plays well in yields. I'm in the camp that yields have peaked. Talked about it yesterday. We rallied to 455 and look at yields. Kind of looking like a head and shoulders top formation here. So let me just draw a little bit of a trend line. I guess I could use this, but this is clean enough right here. So we got to break down here. That's going to take you from 460, says 440. Yeah, down to about 430, 420. And so the bonds having upside as well. So this is a term, maybe we're going to 88 to 90 while 10-year comes off. So that looks okay. We had oil on that news where the S&Ps really popped really hard and then fail. So this is a pretty ugly day in crude. I don't know what to do. I talked about yesterday how it's holding. Um, looks like it could be a short. I'm just going to see what happens into next week and stay with my call positions here. They could end up melting away. Let's take a look at a couple of the stocks. Um, you're not getting any big moves to the upside in the miners today, and that's with the metals higher. Let's look at gold quickly. Yeah, gold's up 25. So gold's trying to make a move after this. Looks corrective. Maybe we're going to get that move towards 3,500. Silver's up, not as much. So there's a reversal in silver. Silver's still underperforming. I keep waiting for the gold silver ratio to break down, and it's not. So maybe gold's going to make a run towards new highs here, guys. And if that happens, we should get a maybe a new high in the gold silver ratio. It's taking its time, but it's still possible, right? Here's 1, 2, held the 50-day under today's low. Silver should really accelerate, but it held. So that's an important test on a day like this. So maybe we're going to head back up towards these highs again in the gold silver ratio. Um, I am starting to monitor nat gas. I think it'll work lower into early June, but I'm looking for some buying opportunities in nat gas, most likely under this low sometime next week. Um, Still believe we're going to need it for the electricity demand that's going to come in this summer. Not as much for heating. It's not about heating right now. It's about cooling. So looking to buy some nat gas. When we look at some individual stocks, NVIDIA kind of hit it. Uh, I guess you could say out of the park. It's trading up 8 here at 142. One thing I will say that I'm a little bit surprised, and maybe it's going to happen today, is that so far there's pretty good divergence in NVIDIA. Just also want to update you on the Uber trade, which is working. Look, oh, wow. Oh, did something right. Look at Uber. Okay, so Uber, I was talking about uh, the week before it gave the reversal signal on the 3 drive. So there you go. You had your signal on the weekly last Friday. You got a nice lead. I'm just going to sit with it, see what it does at 80 and then 70, and maybe we're just going to flush towards 49 because I don't know if the market's good and people are going back to the Mag 7. One of the reasons they went to Uber was they were worried about the Mag 7s because of tariffs, right? So if they're going to rotate back into them, Uber's not as in demand. So we'll see. Uber could even check this April low that we had here at $60. That's what I'm really looking for. Longer term objective would be the megaphone bottom with the moving average at 50. So the major message, major takeaway is the dollar had a chance and it's giving it up, and you got to stay short the dollar until we make new lows here in the Dixie, which is going to take out this low. Here's your weekly. We're lower on the week. Let's see what happens over the next several days. Maybe we could get to this spot around 96 in the next few weeks. Stay long euro. You've got some money made there. You already have 50 in the Dixie. So the bearish stance in the dollar, even if you got clipped on a stop that took you out with profits from up here, because this is where we sold it a few weeks ago, right? And we were buying other currencies then. So this is going to be wave 5 down here to complete the first wave down in the Dixie. And looks like it's in gear. Stick with the girl that brought you to the dance. And let's see what happens in the dollar. Let's see what happens in yields. And also let's see what happens in the market. I still think that S&Ps are going to work lower In fact, we rallied today, and look, we didn't even negate the divergence by taking out these highs. Let's see if NASDAQ did a little bit. So the S&Ps are the preferred short today, even though NASDAQ's down. I still think that into next week, we could still challenge and take out these lows. That's a big move, but let's see what happens. Let's give the market a chance. Um, Basically, when you have the dollar selling off, you normally have equities selling off and bonds selling off. So that might be shifting a little bit in the interest rate market, but and in the stock market. But even if you're bullish, this could be A, irregular, B, or some people will say 5 of this wave, and then we're going to get a C wave or wave 2 correction in into June and maybe again in July after a bounce in June. That may take it to new highs. We weren't that far away. What did we get up to? I was almost 6, so 100 away over today's highs in the S&Ps. So dollar bears, we should start seeing commercials pretty soon for McDonald's saying the dollar's low. So I would just say stick with Euro pound. It's just happening. We did get that third drive. Stick to Euro. Aussie's a weak sister, but I'll see what happens. I'll be wrong under these lows. But the Dixie looks pretty negative and had it diagnosed and prepped you in case you used a stop, a market stop, instead of a 99.5 close. See how when you use a close, your risk is more because you could have been down another 50, but now you didn't lose anything. And even if you did get clipped, you had till the morning in the US to sell it way before this candle happened. So that's a wrap. Remember, don't just count your pips, count your blessings. I'll see everyone tomorrow. To wrap it up, I'm posting things in the room. Come to TradeGateHub. Let me show you. It's free. I'm posting there. I have some traders in there. They're looking at things. Coach, always checking your work. Good morning, guys. So, okay, this is it. TradeGateHub.com, main room. I post here. Mike posts here. Traders post here. Check it out, and I'll see everyone tomorrow. Adios.